Hey everybody, we're the Trews. We're at Sonic Boom in Toronto, and this is the LP Spree.
Where to begin? There's an awful lot of great stuff. Let's go see what they got for Bob Dylan. Bring it all back home. Classic. Blonde on Blonde.
I
Classic.
actually just bought that record.
Highway 61. Classic. Our dad was we're brothers, in case you didn't know that. And our dad was a Dylan nut, so I inherited all of his Bob Dylan.
When I was too young to understand, my dad would try to explain to me how, like, Shelter from the Storm off Blood on the Tracks was like a song about the Muse, and how all songs are just essentially about the Muse. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Get bent.
Yeah. Get out of here, Dad.
The new Phosphorescent album I also want to get. Songs for Zulu was a huge influence on our songwriting on our new record, Civilians. I was listening to it almost every day, picking that up.
Max from the Arkells co-produced a couple songs on our record, and his record cover looks actually quite amazing.
You guys want to come with me to the front? I saw some stuff up there I want to get. This is an awesome shop. Like, Color Me Kanye. Who doesn't want that for the collection?
This is an amazing record. I was in the studio when she made it, because this is my girlfriend. And I sang backup vocals on one of the tunes, Blue Christmas.
This man's first record was amazing, so I expect this will be more of the same. My wife also loves this, so I'll get extra points for bringing it home.
It was 1991, and I was just getting into rock and roll music, and this album, like every other kid my age, blew my mind and got me into rock and roll.
So this is the record that sent a million kids on the wrong path, including myself. Damn, I think I have to drop everything and learn guitar and play in a rock and roll band. I don't think I have a choice. Are we on the clock? Oh man, I'll speed it up.
This is silly, but every so often Netflix will have like an old 80s movie that might not be very good. And I was watching the movie Twins the other night with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they're line dancing, and I'm like, why is this so awesome? And it's because I looked in the band, and the band had Jeff Beck in it. So on stage during that scene in Twins, the guitar player for that band is Jeff Beck. Actually, a little known fact is that when Led Zeppelin 1 came out, everybody just thought it was a ripoff of that Jeff Beck Truth riff.
Velvet Underground used to like put me to sleep when I was a teenager in a good way. I used to listen to them, you know, in your room with the stereo on, drifting off to sleep. This stuff is indelibly woven into my psyche, but I still love it.
This was the first album I ever bought, and this is what made me kind of get into rock and roll. And I think a lot of people would agree, because it sold a shit ton of copies.
Phosphorescent, I haven't heard this. I haven't dived into his new album. I love the last one. Songs for Zulu was amazing, and love his songwriting, love his arrangements. I heard the single off this a bunch of times, and it's cool.
I'm a huge Neil Young fan. I wanted to try out his new record with this band, The Promise of the Real. It's Lucas Nelson and his band, which the guys we played with years ago. Brand new record from a great artist and a newish band.
Mac DeMarco, keeping it CanCon. Is he CanCon?
Yeah, he's from Edmonton.
Thought he was like kind of an interesting dude, and then listened to his music and found it even more captivating. Like super boutique-y recordings. They sound like they were made in his bedroom. It's good to pick it up on vinyl.
I went with this U2 Octane Baby because I love when bands can reinvent their sounds and themselves and risk it all and then come up with something brilliant.
Tame Impala, I don't know a ton about them. I just know that their sound is like insanely awesome. Every song I've ever heard sounds like the best elements of psychedelic rock recording.
And I went with some Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. Just a classic, brilliant record.
And then Leon Bridges, again, like just the latest of from an artist I really, really like, but haven't fully checked out his new album yet, so look forward to it. My wife also loves Leon Bridges. We listen to him a lot at home, so I'm bringing this home for her as well. Let us know what you thought of our picks. You can leave your comments down below.